Welcome back to the channel. Now the people are saying based on the polls, this is showing that this is the end of the Andrew Holness led administration. And people are saying this is just based on the polls. Same polls that the government used to point out that the Prime Minister as an individual politician was in lead over Mark Golding as an individual politician. And some supporters say even that has since changed. But what people are pointing out is that as a party overall, the PMP was way ahead of the JLP, signaling that the people want change. I'm going to say a quick video and they will continue the Reason Nation. Look and listen.
You hurt my heart so bad that you make me cry real tears, Mr. Holness. You make me cry real tears, bro God, for what you did to Jamaican people. Because I really thought that you would consider them, you know. Even if you were cutting all those deals, I would read us that we want no more of your illusions and lies, only truths moving forward. Let us see the infrastructures work for the populace that they are intended to work for. Let us see commission of police that has the well-being of our inner city kids at heart and don't see them as vagabonds and heathens like Mr. Chuck called them. Free our kids out of your BPOs and let them go be the entrepreneurs that they were born to be.
Is this the end of the Andrew Holness administration? Now the people have said the promises made, which the government said were commitments, to close door operations of the government, even though going into power, they said they wanted to rule with transparency. The fact that millions have been spent in areas paid to individuals, spent on scenarios that the people find unfavorable. The people feel like the country continue to spend money on things that not help Jamaican people, nor helping the infrastructure of the Jamaican island. And them just tired and fed up. Them say local government elections was a signal to the government. So the people are tired. Now the people also point out that there's a new generation of voters. And this generation of voters now are the youngest generation of voters are not necessarily aware of political history. Differently from what they might hear on social media, seeing documentaries and things of that nature. So while the government now continues to point out that all of what needs to be fixed and addressed, when we talk about government, Jamaican economy, infrastructure, all of that, they must say it was not addressed and made worse by the PMP government. Now the problem is that Gen Z, this generation of voters, don't know of that. To them, it's just one party I say one thing about another party. What them know for sure is that the party in power now give them what they want. And the other party, I promise to give them what they want. Some people that say, well, the JLP haven't been elected that long ago. But some have pointed out, and some have used the polls for point to this, is that they have been in power long enough for a narrative to have been formed. A narrative is that the government is saying one thing and doing something else. Some people are going to say the polls not accurate. I'm already hear people are point out though. Even articles are said. We're going to see how the political tactic is used. The same poll where what they are, everybody that use. When the PMP that say they know they never win the election or local government elections, it was based on polls. When the Prime Minister say, or when the JLP said the Prime Minister is still more liked and based on favorability, would still win over Mark Golding, then point to the polls. But the polls that speak to that as two individual politicians, not being leaders of the party. As a party overall, because all are going with members of the administration, no. They want individual situations and scandals. People fed up with the party as a whole. And more now look to the opposition. Saying I wonder if the opposition can put in place the policies, you know what I mean, that would benefit the people. Share the wealth that we have heard is being generated in these recent times. And the administration in power say that. But the people, must say, them now see the wealth. Them know say billions there on the Jamaican island and billions of dollars generate on a regular basis. It come like all people work at big Fortune 500 companies. And you know say the company generate millions and billions of dollars. But as individual employees, based on what one, you're paid a certain amount as wages. And no matter what the company make, your wages are your wages. And the people must say them a see it on a nation scale. Meaning say money is being generated on Ireland. People are becoming millionaires. Already millionaires are making more millions. But hard-working Jamaicans, I say, them still in the same situation. They are still hard-working Jamaicans who not see a way of. They must in a retirement then. Most hard-working Jamaicans not see no clear path to retirement. Well, them can know so them can stop punch in and punch out, but still have enough money to pay bills and take your day-to-day necessities where money might need to deal with. The average Jamaican doesn't say that. The average Jamaican just know say, work and save and put aside, work and save and put aside. And them say that need for change. So tell me what you think. Do you think this new generation of voters are seeing the political landscape different from how the administration think people are see it? Meaning say them still rely upon the fact that voters who voted in the administration in the first general election where them win wanted change from the then government, which is now the opposition. And them still point out, or the government still point out, say, all them things they want to talk about and all them changes they want, it'll take a little time for bring them to fruition. But it was the opposition who make it take so long for bring it to fruition. Now, the people, them say, Gen Z, the new generation of voters, them they believe. They believe say it's just political tactic. One does say one thing about the other, and the other say one thing about the other. What them know for sure is that the government in power now, as I point out before, give them what they want. And they want it. They want the changes, they want the policies we're gonna make it better, easier for the for start businesses. They want the policies we're gonna make it easier for, importing the necessary equipment from overseas we need to make small businesses into big businesses. We can start to own manufacturing. We always talk about owning factories out there. We are waiting for factories overseas to come to Jamaica, come build them factory. For what reason, I don't know. While we have entrepreneurs and creatives and innovators on the Jamaican island, we could have started factories right, so we don't need for wait upon overseas entities for bring factory come to Jamaica. But without the necessary equipment, without energy and diverse farms of energy, can also rely upon coal from JPS. Most people don't even know that one of the reasons why JPS bill them so higher because of fuel and IP charge. The intellectual property will pay them with them buy, and the fuel with them use for generate the power. Check your bill, either the highest part for a Jamaican bill. For a Canadian bill, it's kind of different. Them show different reasons why. And then again, that high neither. As to how we use power in a first world country. Everything stay plugged in. Things come on automatically. And most things we plug in, we don't actually plug them back out. From them plug into our outlet, them stay plugged in. So based on that level of usage, let's say not necessarily that high. And the people them still say it's too high. I'm glad till as a person where I see it from someone who has lived somewhere else. We just say, you know what I mean? As long as you make money, you earn enough money, you're not gonna really pay much attention to utilities like that. Worse if you're not really there home much. You know, as immigrants in a other country, you work a large percentage of the time. But talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. If you're new to the channel, suppose to click the subscribe icon and then the bell icon, and of course, put it on all. And this is how you know will be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here upon the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share and tell a friend, tell them sister and them brother them for check out channel, check out the reasoning, and also join the discussion in the comment section up 24/7. It never lack it. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there, and we can continue reasoning via the comment section. Now, until the reason again, of course, my sentiments to you and yours that want to live, love, and prosper. And want to stay tuned.